What's up, horror fans? Halloween Baka here, and I am back again. A little more sleep deprived and a little bit concerned about the number of mannequins that have been appearing in my apartment this week. This week, I'm bringing you Ebola outbreaks, skeletons in the closet, and some mind warping psychological horror. And creeping its way into my number 5 spot this week is Aberrant Nights by Popoco Studio. Aberrant Nights is a first-person psychological horror where you play as a college student on summer break taking a part-time job to earn some extra cash. You snag a night job at a nearby gas station. What could possibly go wrong? One minute you're stocking shelves, and the next you question reality, your coworkers' humanity, and probably your life choices. This game will answer that nagging question, is my job trying to kill me? Aberrant Nights is a short 1.5 to 3 hours long, with 3 different endings. It is voiced in Chinese and has options for English subtitles. Alright, leaving our part-time gas station and creepy coworker behind, we're going to step into something colder. Number 4 on my list this week is The Last Visit 98 by Aktamia Games. In The Last Visit, the year is 1998, and your character is returning to their childhood home to get the apartment ready for sale a year after their parents' death. Your car breaks down, forcing you to spend the night in the apartment, facing your past and the dark secrets. Exploring old apartments, solving mysteries, and confronting secrets buried in snow and silence, The Last Visit will keep you in suspense. That brings us to my number 3 pick this week, Once Upon a Mind, A Little Too Friendly by Zeal. You play as Emily, a 23-year-old looking for a fresh start in Brooklyn. A new apartment, a nice landlady, a job at the local cafe down the street. Once Upon a Mind builds a story-driven psychological horror inspired by real-life experiences of obsession, control, and unease. The game blends gripping graphic novel and first-person exploration. There are no monsters under the bed, no ghosts in your house. The horror here comes from people. Strap on your boots and get ready for a cursed hike in my number 2 pick this week. The Untold Legends, Baba Yaga, by DragonflyGames Studio. In this first story, you are investigating an anomaly in the woods when you are suddenly separated from your team and taken captive by Baba Yaga herself. As you explore this open world, you need to piece together scraps of the story, search for clues, and avoid becoming part of the menu. Audio recordings, secret pages, creepy environments, it's got all the makings of an eerie campfire tale. Every choice you make shapes the ending. Will you escape? Will Baba Yaga get bored? Will you get baked into a pie? Only one way to find out. So far, we have clocked in for a quiet graveyard shift at a lonely gas station in Aberrant Nights. Came home to sell an apartment, but unpacked secret memories in The Lost Visit 98. Moved to Brooklyn for a fresh start that slowly spiraled out of control in Once Upon a Mind, A Little Too Friendly. And finally wandered too deep into the woods, straight into folklore's most fearsome babysitter in the Untold Legends, Baba Yaga. That can only mean one thing. We are headed straight into the number 1 pick this week. Now, let's dive into my number 1 pick for this week. And it is Ebola Village by Indie Games Studio. If you're a fan of Ebola, Ebola 2, and Ebola 3, get ready for Ebola Village. This time, the events of the series take place in USSR. In this classic game, inspired by survival horror games of the 90s, you play as Maria, whose cozy night of TV is interrupted by a live broadcast warning of biological threat. So, you head into the rural village to check on your mom and your ex-husband. You'll fight off infected threats, manage your inventory, and solve puzzles. This game offers 3 difficulty levels, 90s style puzzles, and chest inventory management. This game has an ESRB rating of mature and is strongly not recommended for viewing by persons under the age of 18 or by people with weak psyche. So be sure if you're going to stream this one, you mark your settings appropriately. And the developers have included an amazing bonus for you. They created a short film based on the game. The movie is offered for free, and there will be a direct link in the main menu when you purchase the game. Well, there you have it. 5 fresh frights of my top picks to haunt your week. Don't forget, drop a comment down below and let me know which game you'll be sacrificing sleep over. Or tell me what sinister little gem you found that I should summon up for a playthrough. Until next time, keep your flashlights charged, your sanity level full, and remember, in horror, trust no one.